and welcome. My name is Jason Hinkle. I am founder and chief balance engineer here at Focus to Evolve. When people ask me, what is it that you do and what is it that you guys do there at Focus to Evolve, I like to answer with, we help busy people find stillness in their work and life. We help them to get to a path of calm, deliberate, and authentic productivity in their work and life. And that's a mode of working that most people aren't super familiar with unless they've kind of taken the time to learn that craft. And we love to show that. But what's more important than what we do is actually why we do it. And to reflect on that, I'd like to take you back into my own story a little bit here, where I found myself in a position where I was climbing a large chemical company corporate ladder, let's say, and worked my tail off for many, many years. I was a guy who was born in the Midwest and learned what it was to work hard, to outwork everyone. Baling hay and hanging drywall is kind of my background there. And that's kind of what I took into my work setting once I graduated. And it worked, actually. It worked for quite a while. But what I noticed was, even though it was working, I was trading in my happiness. I was trading in a lot of my energy for life. And it was highlighted to me on one trip where I found myself in a globe-trotting role where we were deploying ERP and CRM systems all around the world for this company. And one trip home from Southeast Asia, I came home to my wife with a strange look on her face, and she said, "Hey, Jason, this isn't the life I signed up for. And I don't think it was the one that you signed up for either." And I actually felt the truth in what she said. And I knew exactly what she was getting at. I was working and working and working. I like to call it shallow sprint working every day. And I was doing this in multiple time zones and living in North America. And so when I would go to sleep at night, the rest of the world would turn on and do their work. And by the time I woke, I would wake to this unholy number of emails that I had to get to. And then obviously North America would turn on and I had to deal with those. And it very quickly became a load where just hard work and working more wasn't going to cut it. And it was becoming very obvious. So I had to find a better way. And I even considered leaving that job, which I worked so hard for to get. But luckily, a friend in my life at that time said, "Hey, Jason, hold tight. I've noticed you work really hard. You work really smart, but you've never hired a coach or a mentor to help you through some of this." And so with that advice, I actually did hunt out some coaching programs and some mentorships. And on the other side of probably about a 6 to 8 month journey with some really samurai of productivity, I like to say, I found myself in a very different position. And I realized I didn't have a time management problem or a workload management problem. I had a self-management problem. It was in my head and it was in my heart. And the way I was just taking on the world was not effective. And without some of those coaches teaching me some of these things, I would have never known. And it was so effective that I began teaching my teams within that organization how to interface our workload and our life load in this way. And lo and behold, it worked for them too. And so that kind of birthed a passion in me to share this with everyone and get that balanced life back, the feeling of being out in front of it, where you can deliver at your highest self, which is a far more profitable way to operate. It gets you your energy back. It makes your company more money. It allows you to go home with emotional energy still in the tank for your loved ones. And everything rises. The tide fully rises when you get into these modalities. So I'm so excited to be able to share it with you. As far as how we do this, or actually like what's involved in this training, I would like to kind of at least highlight a few bullet points. We get into a lot more than I can cover in this introduction. But let's just suffice it to say, probably the most powerful levers are how to enter flow state deliberately at work, where you multiply your cognitive abilities, your accuracy, your speed, your heuristic wisdom by up to 5 times. Imagine going to work on Monday, a 5 times cognitive version of you, kind of like that movie Limitless. It's actually a little bit like that. Actually, it's a lot like that. That's just one lever that we pull. We talk all about the craft of a mature no. A lot of people don't know about that. The goods in their life are eating up the best of their life. And that's a tricky thing. We get into that in one of the modules here in the training. We also learn all about our biorhythms, how to better align our workload with brain chemistry, with blood chemistry, with general human design. And wait till you see what's on the other side of that. You don't have to just coffee through days anymore. You get to be this powerful burst worker where you complete many times more meaningful output per day than you not obeying your own biorhythms. So we're going to talk all about our ultradian rhythms, circadian rhythms, and how to align it in your workday to instigate a version of you that will shock you. And we're also going to talk about other things like how to become the engineer of your environments. We're going to talk about architectural calendaring, which is an incredible enablement tool. And we're going to really overlay these things, along with many other things we're going to cover, over top of your current working platform, whether that be Microsoft Outlook or Google or whatever your platform is. These are all brain-based, very science-based. It's a 10-year program distilled down into this beautiful little pill that you get to take. And it is dramatic in impact, and it's immediate in impact. The return on investment is not small, and it happens right away. So we want you to jump into this with everything you have. Just put all reservations aside and take a listen to these. These are modalities that just follow the rules of being a highly effective person. And you are the one who decides what effective is. This is just the path of how to do that as human design is built, and in better utilizing the tools that you have like Outlook or Google to be used as they were designed to be used. I always like to ask everybody, who taught you how to use this Outlook tool or this Google tool that you use every day? Most people say, nobody taught me. I guess I just, the nice person sitting next to me at my first job, or I kind of just stumbled through it on my own. Certainly wasn't a productivity specialist or a product design specialist. So in this module, we're going to put all this together, and the output is going to be something that really could change your life dramatically. I know it did mine. I can honestly say it saved my marriage, and it made me a 5 times version of myself. It gave me a spacious life while still being one of the highest producers in the company. And it will for you too. So let's go ahead and dig in. I appreciate you tuning in, and we'll see you in the training.